The unprecedented spread of COVID-19 has created a global health crisis. The Jamaican government, led by the Most Honorable Prime Minister Andrew Holness, has taken decisive action to protect the Jamaican people. In economic terms, the COVID crisis will have adverse economic implications for the world and for Jamaica. However, the good news is that the government of Jamaica is providing a $25 billion stimulus package, the largest fiscal stimulus in Jamaica's history, that could not come at a better time. Pumping $25 billion into the economy at a time of uncertainty like this helps to support economic activity right here in Jamaica. This is always desirable when the global environment weakens. The reduction in the general consumption tax by 1.5% from 16.5% to 15% puts $14 billion back in the hands of the Jamaican people, and this supports consumption. The $1 billion MSME tax credit provides critical cash flow support to micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises, and the dramatic reduction in regulatory fees for coconut, coffee, cocoa, and spice farmers incentivizes greater production. In this time, it is important that Jamaicans support our local economy by buying Jamaican. This will enhance the effect of these measures even further by supporting local production and local economic activity. This is a time that Jamaicans are coming together to help each other, a time of shared input and shared sacrifice for the benefit of all Jamaicans. The banking sector has volunteered to forego the reduction of the asset tax that I announced earlier for 1 year, which adds $3 billion to the $7 billion COVID contingency I announced in my budget presentation, bringing our total COVID fiscal contingency to $10 billion. The government is implementing and considering further fiscal action to cushion the economic impact of COVID-19. These include the following. Number one, we have waived the special consumption tax on approximately 100,000 liters of alcohol for use in the making of or the substitution for sanitizers, and this will be donated to the National Health Fund and the Ministry of Health, among other entities. This measure will ensure that sanitizers remain available in Jamaica. Number two, we will also waive the customs duty on the importation of masks, gloves, hand sanitizers, and liquid hand soap for a 90-day period. Number three, under normal circumstances, customs requires business process outsourcing firms, BPO firms, to keep the equipment used in their operations physically at their place of business. We will waive this requirement for a specific period to facilitate working from home and for business continuity. Number four, we are in discussions with commercial banks for them to provide temporary cash flow support to businesses and consumers in affected sectors through the deferral of principal payments, through new lines of credit, and through other measures. Number five, we will introduce the COVID allocation of resources for employees, the CARE program, which has the following 4 elements. The first is a business employee support and transfer of cash, the Best Cash program, which will provide temporary cash transfers to businesses in targeted sectors based on the number of workers they keep employed. Part 2 is the Supporting Employees with Transfer of Cash, the Set Cash program, which will provide temporary cash transfers to individuals where it can be verified that they lost their employment since the 10th of March, which is the date of the first COVID case in Jamaica, and that they lost their employment due to the effects of the COVID virus, and this will be available for a specific period. Part 3, there will be a special soft loan fund to assist individuals and businesses that have been hit hard. Part 4, there will be support for the poor and vulnerable with special COVID-related grants. We are finalizing details on the implementation and the accountability mechanisms for these programs, which we will announce shortly. These measures will be implemented transparently with broad stakeholder involvement. My fellow Jamaicans, an adverse economic impact from COVID-19 is unavoidable. However, the government is implementing and will implement a range of economic policy tools to help cushion against the effects. Working together, supporting each other, Jamaica will overcome this. These historic fiscal stimulus measures will give us the best opportunity for our eventual economic recovery. Working together, we will overcome this.